When you find true love, I want you to protect it. Single ladies, in today's message, I'm going to share with you 6 ties of true love. Remember last week, I shared with you 6 mistakes that single ladies make when they fall in love with a guy. And I promised to now teach you how to actually handle the excessive emotional energy that is generated when you meet a guy that loves you and you love him back and is seeing a future with you. Right from the talking stage, what are the 6 principles that you must keep at the back of your mind? Number 1, take sex out. I'm starting hot. In fact, I'm starting from the end. You see, the end of every physical activity in your dating, your relationships is sex. It will take you out. It will buy you gifts. It will call you. It will drop you off. It will go to church with you. You guys will pray together. All those physical activities that you guys are doing together while dating, the end of it is sex, meaning that there is no other physical activity between a man and woman that is more sacred, more intimate, more serious than sex. So the reason why that guy is pursuing you is because he wants to have the highest physical activity with you. But ladies, come closer. Let me tell you why you should take sex out of the table, because it blurs your vision. I can give you 501 reasons why I need you to take sex out of the picture. This is not about marrying as a virgin, or this is not even about the spiritual reasons. When you start to introduce sex into that relationship that has potential of leading to marriage, you are blurring your vision. You are making yourself incapable of making the right decisions, of seeing the things you should see and address, touching the topics that you should touch. You are doing the end at the beginning. You don't jump steps in life because you will come back to follow the due process. Should we talk about other reasons? When you introduce sex, most of the time, ladies, you're not even ready to bear the consequences of that sex. You're not ready to have a baby. Now you are doing things to yourself, altering your hormones, doing things that will make your body to fight producing a baby. That way, you are shooting yourself in the leg. You are actually doing yourself a disservice. Another reason is collateral reduction. When you don't put in too much into a business, if the business should crash, it is easy for you to move on. Some of us have put in so much into a relationship that even when things are not going well, it looks like you don't have a choice. Even your best friend that you meet in secondary school or in primary school and you've spent time together, there was nothing sexual, but because you've developed emotional connection over time, it's difficult when there's a fight, when there's a friendship breakup. How much more difficult it is to break off, to sever a relationship when you've already had the highest form of physical activity. So ladies, it's important that you prioritize yourself. Let me tell you a secret. Sex to a woman is different from sex to a man. This one, we talk about it during our marriage preparation class. Like for people that are actually getting married, it's 2 different things. When you get married, you realize that there's nothing you're rushing for. So the interpretation, the need of sex to a man is different from that of a woman. So when you're dating, it makes you think you're proving your love to him by committing your body to him. I can give you many more reasons. Sex brings see finish. Have you met somebody before? I've met people that I really, really like, and then I want to protect the relationship so I don't get too familiar with them. That's how I want you to behave when you meet a guy that really loves you. Protect that relationship. The familiarity is coming. You see, one thing with marriage is that it has the cushion for over familiarity. You can never get too familiar in marriage. It's not for dating. So if you cannot sleep with a random guy on the street, or your brother, or one person that you're evangelizing to, or somebody at work, then even your boyfriend that has promised you marriage is not an exception. Single ladies watching me, I want you to make a decision to be selfish with your body. No worry, the work still they come. When you get married, you won't have a choice. So enjoy yourself now. Let your head be clear. Let your vision be clear. That's the first principle that guides true love. Number 2 is to tighten your routine. I said number 1, take sex out. Number 2, tighten your routine. You don't want to leave any room for idle time. Once you notice that you like a guy, you guys are talking more. You know what I'm actually trying to teach you is how to manage the emotional energy that is generated when you're in love with someone. It's normal when you just meet a guy, you guys are talking and everything is just working like well. The things you like is the things he likes, the things you expect is the things he wants to offer. You guys know that feeling. Remember I told you last Sunday that I asked my husband that, you know that feeling when you were asking me out, like when I see my phone ringing, when I see your messages, all those lovely feeling. I'm not going to ever experience it again, but we are still in love. So it's temporal. What should you use that energy to do? That's what I'm teaching you. I need you to tighten your routines. You see that course you've been wanting to take, I need you to go and start it. That skill that you registered for, that you've not showed up for the first class, I need you to go and do it. Apart from the fact that you are making yourself valuable, chaseable. You know, I always emphasize on over availability when you are dating. You need to remain valuable. You need to remain scarce. You need to remain like a project. I'm still a project. I should still be a project even when I'm married. So when you are dating, when a guy just meets you, it's not a time to now forsake all your goals. Instead, that's a time to press further. This helps you, like I said, to be more valuable, and it also cuts out idle time that will be making you to want to go to dark places together or hang out together or spend weekends together, because you have things you're doing apart from going to work. When I met my husband, and he was telling me, about how he's been watching me. He used to tell me how he would just be looking from his room, because we were living in NCF, Corpus Fellowship during NYC. That was where we met. Even if I actually met him on CDS, but he said he met me in, we have different versions of the story. So he used to tell me how he would see me going for my ICANN class. So he's always wondering, like, where is this girl always going? He was more interested. She's always busy. He was now trying to plan with my routines. Do you understand? It makes you more valuable. There's no time for rubbish. It makes the man to desire you more because you have a life of your own. Trust me, no man is marrying you because he wants you to choke him. You must still be able to afford a man his freedom. One of these is I'm going to teach you what it means to collect a ring from a man. When he gives you the ring, what are you giving in return? Each of those words in ring stands for something. Number 3, I need you to train your abilities. Let me just tell you, marriage is not a joke. From a happily married person. Somebody asked me, are you married? I think I was filling a form and I said, yes, happily married. Said, married or single? Happily married. Yes, from a happily married person. Marriage is not a joke. It is full of responsibilities. And when you are dating, is a time to train your abilities. Can you multitask? Develop yourself, have a skincare routine, have a life of your own. I always tell you to set goals for yourself. Have goals. That way you learn resilience, you learn problem solving, you realize that everything is not emotional. Life does not revolve around you. Learn how to forgive easily, learn how to let things go, focus on the things you can control. It's so important when you meet a guy and it looks like this one is heading somewhere. Get your act together, because marriage is not a joke. Number 4, touch every topic. That's the 4th tie of true love. Touch every topic. Make sure you are compatible. One of the reasons why couples have problem is because they are not compatible. Marry your kind of person. So you've decided to take sex out. You've tightened your routines. You are training your abilities. Even when a man is not in the picture, all these things benefit you. Do you know that? Number 4, you touch every topic. What are your views on this? What are your views on that? You can see you can talk clearly. You are not shy, because you didn't put in too much. I don't even understand. You guys get what I'm saying. Talk about everything. So if he's not going where you are going, you can easily U-turn or tell him that it be testing me. You can go from here. Make sure you discuss everything discussable. Everything is discussable. Oh, I need to know if you are sexually compatible. Talk about it. Don't do it. If you are mentally compatible with somebody, you have the same views to life, sexual compatibility is actually not a thing. Like, people need to understand that sex is not just an activity, it's a connection. So make sure you touch every topic. And how do you touch every topic if you don't have a life? It's so important. When you have a life of your own, he has a life of his own. There are opportunities, there are happenings around you, there are adventures, there are things to talk about. Oh, so that project you were doing, so what happened? Oh, when I collected the money, the first thing I did was to pay tithes. Tithes? You do all this paying of tithes? This one is not my kind of person. Oh, day your lane, make I day my lane. Do you understand? But if there's nothing you're doing as a lady, Shegun, where are you? I am at your junction. Can I come to your house? What should I buy? You spend money, I'll buy two super noodles, I'll be 2 super pack and 2 onions and 2 egg. And that's all you're doing. I cast out that spirit from you. So you need to touch every topic. That is number 4, right? Number 5, you need to talk to models. Every true love that will end in marriage, that is purpose driven, that is sensible and reasonable, is not hidden. It's not hidden. In the Bible, God said, let us make man in our own image, male and female. He made them. He didn't hide. In fact, all other creation were looking at God making man. Wow. It was not an hidden thing. Marriage is not hidden. So when you are starting to hide it, you don't want to tell anybody. The guy is telling you, let's just keep this between the two of us. Let's just. I'm not saying from the first time when you are not sure, you should go and start broadcasting it. That's not what I'm saying. But try and let people be in the know. Talk to people that have what you are looking for, not just anybody. So talk to people that can edify you, that can advise you, that can ask you the right questions. That, oh, so where does it work? So you two, where do you work? Are you already saving for the future? When do you guys plan on getting married? And can ask you those intentional and futuristic questions. Number 6, take it to God in prayer. If we put this in steps, this is step 1. And you see, I started with the last step. I said everything. All this I love you, it ends in take it to God in prayer. Always talk to God. In fact, when you meet a guy, God is aware, but you're confirming from God. You're not informing him. It's not breaking news to him. But you need to know that that is his perfect will for you. You need to know that he backs you up. Not just because, oh, I'm a child of God, I pray every day. I don't need to pray about my love life. When there is problem, you now go and start praying about the will of God. It has happened to me before. I knew that I didn't pray about this. I'm not sure this is God's will for me. So there will always be, tribulations, tests, challenges here and there. But when you are sure of who planted you and where you are planted, that way you're not doubting whether you'll come out victorious or not. Do you understand? The same rain that will fall on the seeds that is planted on a solid rock is the same rain that will fall on the seeds planted on a shallow ground. So make sure you take it to God in prayer. When he's asking you out and you're so excited, express your excitement in the place of prayer. Oh God, I just like what this guy just told me. Oh my God, his goals is giving me all the right vibes, the right energy. Oh God, what do you think? Talk to the Holy Spirit, because that's the kind of relationship I have with God. Dear father, dear daughter kind of relationship. So make sure that God is with you every step of the way, and that is God's perfect will for you. Do you remember the 6 ties of true love? Write it in the comment section. Which one stands out for you? Is it to tighten your routines? Is it to talk to models? Is it to talk to God in prayer? Is it to train your abilities? Is it to take sex out? All those questions. So what are you wearing tonight? I'm wearing pajamas. I'm just imagining you in my bed. Tighten your routines. Take all those rubbish out of the table. And that way, you're not going to lose. You have nothing to lose. Thank you so much for sticking with me in today's message. And I'll see you in my next one. God bless you. And I love you guys so much. Come for a hug.